we're back with the Baja. This is going to be going down the rabbit hole of why it won't start. The little girl took in some water probably. We don't quite know since when we went out to our desert days. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. We romp on this thing and it does awesome up until it doesn't. And we're going to test to make sure it still has spark because right now it's cranking and that's it. If it has spark, we'll dig in and see if there's fuel. If it doesn't, we'll go there. Basically, we're going to do the easiest first. My guess is there's something clogging the carburetor since when we did hit that big mud hole, I think something got up in there and is clogging the fuel. So we're going to have Daniel jump in the front. I'm going to hold this in and not get shocked, or might get shocked, and see if we have spark coming. And if we do, we're going to move on to fuel. Daniel's in there. He's going to give it a crank, and we'll see if there's sparks. Okay. So I don't know if anyone saw that, but there is definitely a good spark coming from the wire. So let's move on to fuel and get that. And we're also, if this does, once it gets running, we do have patronix electronic ignition to get rid of the points and a new coil for it. Now, I don't want to change that out and maybe cause another issue. So we're going to go first getting it to start and run. Then we'll move on to the electronic ignition. Let's test to make sure we're at least getting fuel out of the pump. We'll start with that because normally there should have been, with us cranking it, there should be fuel. So I'm going to put a little bucket here. Daniel again is going to crank. Yeah. All right, Daniel's going to crank it. We're going to see if there's even fuel because this might just be a pump. Okay. Yep, we got fuel.
Okay.
So it's pumping out fuel, so we're going to move on. I kind of want to try just shooting starter fluid down there and seeing if it pops off.
I don't think that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I think I have some. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's see.
Spray a little in there, and then Daniel's going to give it some gas. And if
some
it does
cranks.
Cranks off, then at least we know that that's the issue.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. I only sprayed it for a second. That was all running on its own.
Huh.
But I don't know if you guys saw.
It wasn't staying running. I had to stay on.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're going to address the carb regardless.
Yeah.
We forgot to put the fuel line back on.
Oh!
Just started spraying fuel everywhere.
Well, if I sprayed it in there.
I did a little. So we're going to pull the carb anyways because I sprayed just a little in there and it fired right off. And it ran. Not the best. But I think that's the reason.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this carb off, pull it apart, probably, hopefully find a speck of dirt in there that is clogging either the needle or the jet.
Or something.
Something.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll find it.
Yeah.
Can't go too far. Pouring this carb apart once before when I first bought the car and it wasn't quite running. So this will only be like the second time pulling it apart. But let's just start with, I don't even know where to start.
I think where the bowl is, right?
Yeah, I was going to just take off the top part.
Sorry. Yeah. Every time I go to use any sort of spray, in particular
Carb cleaner?
Carb cleaner, if I don't have my glasses on, 100% goes in my eyeballs.
Yeah, I definitely I have the same issue. So we're going to, I think this is, there it goes, the accelerator pump. Clean that out. And then I'm going to pull that jet.
Yeah, that main jet would be.
I mean, it looked fine, but
Man, it's definitely
yep.
51st.
Jeez, never have enough. All right, I think let's just pop off this accelerator pump
Yeah,
just to look inside.
there's no tears in it.
Yep.
There's this sort of mystical thing about it.
Yep. That all looks good. Because this one was new. I replaced it with the rebuild kit. So I knew it wasn't like the original, or at least one with miles on it.
Uh-huh.
But making sure. It looks like there might have been a little dirt in there, actually.
It feels
gritty. There's definitely, you can zoom in right there. There's some dirt right there.
Yeah,
so we'll clean that up.
Yeah, I'll definitely clean it up.
So your pump is this little faucet looking thing. And if yeah, there it is, coming out. It didn't.
I don't
actually
feel like
initially.
it was doing that before, though.
No, it didn't come out all the way. So I definitely, I thought, might be the accelerator pump. Now we're going to get a little air. My hands are frozen with carb cleaner.
It's like cold anyways, and then you put that carb cleaner shit on it.
So cold.
It's so cold. Watch your eyeballs.
Yeah, now we got a nice. Okay, so we cleaned it out. We found a little bit of dirt everywhere, and nothing too serious, but still something that could possibly caused it not to run, because it wasn't running quite right, and then just stopped running. So we're gonna put this back together, put it back on the bug, and see if it fires up. Truthfully, have you smelled cat pee in here?
No.
Can you smell it? Really?
I smell gas, but
Okay,
that's the nice thing about gas is it kills everything
it does.
else.
Well, he came out here and pissed all over the floor. And so I spent the whole day cleaning it. And then I brought that mini back in here, and he peed all over the floor literally within the hour after I spent 2 hours cleaning the floor. So he's now never allowed in the garage. Okay. Now let's throw it back on. Just intake. Okay. We'll see how she runs. Okay, so the car's back on. We didn't show much of it. Maybe we
we did a little bit.
We got all the fuel hooked up, the 2 bolts, throttle cable, and all the plugs.
All the little plugs.
Yeah, so the electric choke is on, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna have him crank it. It might be a second because it's
fill up the bowl.
Fill up the bowl.
Yeah.
But I just want to leave it like that. I'm not going to spray carb cleaner in it or starting fluid or
see
anything.
if we can do it without it.
Yeah. So we're going to see how this goes.
You ready?
Yeah. I'll work the gas if it needs to be. Yeah. So don't hit
that way you can kind of control it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to crank until it's on.
Okay. Yep. Do it again. I think that was just the starter fluid in there still. Well, it's idling perfect. Well, we haven't drove it yet. Still a little stuttery. It's also really cold. It's true. We just cranked it, so that's the perfect. All right, you can kill it. All right, I'd say that's fixed. I think next scene you're going to see us. We're going to try to. Whoa, I was talking. I think it's next scene. We're going to get this out of the garage.
Yeah.
And we're going to go take it for a quick up and down on the road. All right, we interrupt the current episode you are watching because it is sponsored by us, Speed Shark Garage. We now have all of our merch available online, and we will ship it to you. Probably at a small price. Unless you're buying a sticker, we will ship those for free. So let's check out what we have currently. We have our traditional Speed Shark Garage logo on a nice thick gray t-shirt. Really good. Love the quality. We have a handful of select different hats with logos that we have done.
Handmade by us.
Handmade by us. Our newest one, which if you're a New Mexican, you know, but we have our Speed Shark Garage logo on the front, and on the back, we've got the infamous Montgomery Speedway. For those that are watching and don't know, this is the street that everybody cruises up and down on here in Albuquerque. So we came up with our take on what it would be if it was actual raceway.
Yeah.
Now,
By cruise, we mean race.
Race. Yes. We also have our stickers, our holographic and basic designs out there. Like I said, you order stickers, those will be shipped free. Order all 3, we'll cut you a deal. And then we also have, my other car is in the Arroyo. It's another inside New Mexico thing. Arroyo is the river. And when your car gets stolen, it usually ends up in there. So we've got those as a big bumper sticker, a good 9-inch by like 3-inch slap sticker with the shop truck, as you can see on there. So please check it out. We'll have the link down in the description. It's on the Etsy site currently, where we put all our other stuff, and eventually we'll be moving over to the website. But check out the Etsy store. All of our stuff's on there, and pick some up for yourself.
And say big thanks to everyone who showed
Oh,
up.
yeah.
We may not use it, but I'd like to
that's
have
great.
it.
Also, we want to say big thanks to everyone local that has bought our stuff already throughout this year during shows, meetups, whatever. We greatly appreciate it. It's gotten us to be able to get more merchandise so we can get it out to people outside of Albuquerque. So thank you very much.
Buy our stuff. We want better parts.
Yes. All right, so we got the bug out in the garage. I'm going to give it a start, and this is going to be the maiden voyage since we went off-roading.
Well, maiden voyage, but like we did power wash it, and that's when we discovered the
more issues.
So
this is, hopefully it is fixed.
Yeah.
And then we'll do an electronic ignition later. But hopefully now, oh yeah, I think obviously it's a little cold.
Yeah.
But
we'll see. Suspension still works. Oh. Not quite there yet.
now I'm scared.
Well, I wouldn't go way up like we did last time.
We're going to stay off the main road.
Yeah.
Still.
It's a little... Oh, yeah, it's sputtering. What is that?
It is not liking it.
It is not a
It's
happy
idling
camper.
great, though.
Yeah. So we know the idle screws are okay. I don't know.
It's under a load, so maybe it's ignition still. Well, our test drive went terrible, and I'm going off of, we have ignition, but I'm thinking the points in here are not bad, but they are definitely going out. They are new, but I think we just destroyed them with some water or something. So we're going to be pulling those out, and instead of replacing them or cleaning them, we're just going to upgrade it to a patronix system, which is just the basic. It's just a coil and magnet. This is it, and there is no gaps anymore, and it's just a signal because you get a nice clean spark and a more reliable one. So when you're wanting it to nice tune, it helps. So we're gonna pull out, and it says that you want to use a non-resistant coil for it. I'm not 100% sure if this one is. No external resistor. So I don't. This one might be internally resisted. I can't remember.
But this one
is not. So
not.
I ordered it just because that way I know for sure that
Yeah.
This is...
Plus it says flamethrower on it.
I know, like, who doesn't want a flamethrower on there? So we're going to shove it in there. Bolt this on, because that's an easy switch real quick.
Here's the good news. The engine's warm, so it makes our hands a little warmer.
I know. I definitely am nice and warm. I don't mind the engine being hot right now.
Yeah.
Should take it off. It shouldn't be that tight. So we're going to pull the points out. I did just put new ones in, but then we went off-roading, and you can maybe... They don't look bad at all. There's usually a little bit of build-up, but that shouldn't have caused any issues. All right, well, maybe the valve, I don't know, we'll see. We're going to pull it all apart. Go down, it's almost like a square inside of there, and there's a square on here, so you want to make sure there's no indexing, like there's no wrong or right. Well, there's up or down on it, but just make sure you got the squares lining up with the squares, or else it won't go. Yeah, that completes that install part.
Oh, that's easy.
That's it. This back on, and then we're... There we go. Yeah, I'm ready. All right, we have the patronix. All it is power, the positive and negative and negative. Daniel's going to get in there and crank it. Okay. Oh, make sure it's in neutral.
I can never tell.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm not working the gas.
What?
I'm not...
I'll get the gas.
No gas.
Okay. Nothing. All right. I made a rookie mistake. There was no power supply to the coil itself.
Yeah.
Obviously, that needs power. So we're going to try this again. Now the coil has power. Power's running to the patronix system in the distributor, and it's grounded.
Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm not touching the gas.
No, I got the gas. That's pissing me off.
Oh, that could have been why. Sorry.
It just goes straight to the house. There we go.
He's going to back it out. I have a good feeling about this. Hopefully.
I don't know. Stay right there.
Yeah, I'm going to stay out. Go. Yeah. Still sounds a little bubbly.
That's full throttle. Now we have a new electronic ignition. Carb is clean. Maybe if this doesn't fix it, we have to go back to the carburetor. But I'm going to do some valve adjustments just because we did run this really hard out in the desert. We're adjusting to 004. Now that it's nice and hot, right there is good exhaust stroke. So we're at the compression of number 2. They so far definitely are a little bit, I mean, this one definitely a little looser than they should be, but I don't know how that would cause it to just die out so quickly. I don't know. I'm not a bug expert though, so this could be the whole reasoning, and all I had to do was adjust these. I definitely read a lot online that everyone said to adjust these first, and I did not. It's definitely tighter. All right, let's move to the next one. I love when it doesn't want to run. Okay. This one right here, I think, number 4. That's a big gap. That's definitely not good. Oh, right on the pants. Perfect. Okay, put the gasket back on. Take this off. I have started it with that still on. Okay, I'm going to crank it. It'll probably start, but and if this doesn't fix it, to be honest, probably going to call it a day. Try again later. No, I don't think it's running again. No, it doesn't want to go. We're just going to take it around the block, see if we can get it warmed up, I guess. And then second gear. That's it. That's all she has. Maybe we'll go home. I have some. I think we're out of gas. I think it's out of gas. I think this whole issue is out of gas. So we're going to check real quick. I swear to God, if it's just gas, I'm going to be pissed. Of course, I don't have any tools just to see if we are out of gas or the gas gauge is... Oh, wait, I do. Oh, the gas gauge is just all broken. Whew. I hate to say this, but I think the gas gauge is working, and we are just out of gas. I'm gonna go walk and get a gas can because holy crap, this is cold. Hands are frozen. Everything. Of course, this is the time everyone's coming home. That's all of it. So if this doesn't start, then I guess I'm walking. All right, we're back. It's been a couple days, almost maybe even a week.
Yeah, probably
since you probably saw the last clip, and it'd probably be me either walking, being super pissed off because the bug's out of gas, or going back because I have to tow the bug back to my house. Kind of where we left off. Yeah, Daniel had left. I took it out, did a lap. It died in the middle of the neighborhood, so I had to tow it back. Daniel came back that night. We pushed the bug into the garage, and that night really tried to figure out why it wasn't running.
Yeah, it's, it was one of those things where we're like, it was running worse than it was when we started, which wasn't good. And we had cleaned the carburetor, as you saw, and it did all the things. And it was just one of those, dumb moments, I guess.
Eventually, we figured it out, and we forgot a jet in the carburetor. So we're going to show you what jet that was, kind of what it did, and how important it is. Okay, so I have another carburetor. It's not the exact one, but it's pretty close. Right here you have the air correction jet. So this goes down in there, and it has the emulsion tube on there as well. And come to find out, the car will run without the jet, but only up to about 2,000 RPMs or so. The fuel coming in, so the fuel's not as rich, this helps correct it, adds air to the fuel mixture and balances it back out at those mid-range RPMs. So that's why the bug would always start for us. And as you saw, it'll start, run great, but once we give it any kind of gas, it just die. We couldn't find it, and about 3 or 4 days later, I found it in the drawer of the toolbox. So we were able to get it back in and get the bug running. So anyways, we got that put back in. So we're going to go show you. We're going to get the bug started up just so we can prove that it is running.
Ready?
A little gas. There we go.
I won't bum out your neighbors any longer.
Oh yeah, I don't want to piss the neighbors off. But obviously it's a little cold. I mean, I haven't even ran it all day, so it's definitely cold, but it's running and driving again. Also, during the video, you would see that we were having issues with the starter. It kept clicking and clicking. Come to find out that hard start relay went bad. Well, it was going bad, and that night it finally just died. So we put a new hard start relay in it, so it cranks every time again, and we're done with that part. So stay tuned for the next video.
Should we give them a little preview?
Oh yeah, so now you'll be seeing soon, we'll have the fenders, and we're going to be doing some painting and body work.
Finally.
Somewhat, yeah, finally. So stay tuned. There's still fuel in the filter, but I believe if there's not enough gas in the tank to push it down and through, there's nothing for the pump to pump. But I still thought the pump is, going to still suck up fuel regardless, even if there's air.